Check 1, 2.
Okay, I hear you.
Heritage fans, we're about 10 minutes from game time.
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
AllenCountyVoice.com, AdamsCountyVoice.com. This is the Voice Sports Network, and it's ACAC football featuring the Heritage Patriots traveling down to Monroe to face the Adams Central Jets. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Cracy. I'm up top. Kevin Goals. You hear me all right up there, Kevin?
Yes, I can.
Turn you up just a smidge so I can hear you a little bit better.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
This is the TW Fable pregame show. They're located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Club in Bluffton. They feature fine dining Tuesday through Saturday. Looking for a great place for lunch? Visit the 250 Grill. Dan Lehrman is in his 6th year at Heritage. He's 36-24 in those 6 years. Michael Mosier, 7 years here at Adams Central. He's 39-32. Jeff Sagarin has Adams Central good for 119th overall in the state, 9th in Class 1A. Heritage at 44.36, which is good for 44th in Class 3A. Last time out, Heritage defeated South Adams in a squeaker, 7-0. Adams Central hammered Jay County 43-7. Their opponents' records are both an identical 7-9. The series over the last 30 years has been controlled by Heritage 18-12, including the 21-10 victory last year. We're going to stop for the national anthem here, I believe, on The Voice. National anthem provided by the Squadron of Sound, the marching band for the Adams Central Flying Jets. As we continue on the TW Fable pregame show, Adams Central is a 24-17 favorite according to the Jeff Sagarin Power Predictor. Heritage checks in at 2-2. They took a hammer in their first week, 42-0 at New Haven, but since have cranked up the defensive effort, beating Norwell 12-7, losing to Woodland 19-9, and the aforementioned 7-0 victory last week against South Adams. Well, every time I touch your microphone, it kind of bounces in my ears. We'll not do that anymore. Adams Central at 4-0, they defeated Belmont 21-20, Eastside 26-12. Indianapolis Broad Ripple 63-19, and again Jay County 43-7. As we look at the the Allen County Athletic Conference leaders, right now it's a 3-horse race between Woodland, Adams Central, and Southern Wells. Bluffton and Heritage a game back. Jay County and South Adams 2 games back. Woodland and Southern Wells are going at it down in Pinedo in a game I thought I was going to have. They got switched here instead, so I'm 5 for 5 in games I didn't know I was going to have this year. But we make do with what we're given. Adams Central looking to stake its claim to an ACAC regular season conference championship. Heritage only a game back. Other games in the conference tonight, there are only 2 other games as Bluffton's down at Jay County. And we already mentioned that Woodland is at Southern Wells. South Adams is in a non-conference game tomorrow night. They will travel to Westdell. We look ahead to next week just briefly. Heritage will make its scheduled off-conference appearance against Holgate. That's over in Ohio. Jay County will travel to Woodland to get hammered. Woodland is on a buzzsaw so far this year. South Adams will come here to Adams Central. Southern Wells will battle Bluffton in the Street Fair Special down in Bluffton. So, Kevin, the story remains the same for Heritage. The defense has turned it on over the last 3 weeks, but offensively it's still having trouble scoring.
Yeah, last week it wasn't until the last quarter. Some of the play calling was kind of questionable down there. I know the fans were in the stands kind of wondering what was going on. I think Canapke, again, quarterback, so the controversy is over there. We know now that he'll probably start the rest of the season unless something happens to him. But he was only missed one pass. I mean, he threw the ball well, but only threw it about 6 times. So,
and you're going to get a ACAC classic, I think, here, especially with impending weather heading this direction. I think we're going to see a lot of run, and some more run while we're at it.
Yeah,
that's what you always get over here at Adams Central. Adams Central in the top 10 for the first time in a while, and off to a great start at 4-0. That's kind of atypical for this program. They have been struggling in years past, starting off slow, but then getting red hot on the opposite side of the back half of the schedule. So we've got an interesting kind of a mid-season. We're already in week 5. Adams Central Heritage contest here in the ACAC. Again, these two teams both a game back, and one of these two teams will run into a second-place tie with the loser of Southern Wells and Woodland, that game being played down at Penedo. And I got a gut feeling Southern Wells is going to come back down to reality and hard tonight when they battle that Woodland team. A team that we saw, Kevin, is that, we had Woodland in that lightning-delayed game.
Right.
And that was
they're the real thing. It's strong. That Von Brocklin kid is a load.
Oh, yes.
And then they're good. If we concentrate on him, they're good other ways. So.
Yeah, they could throw the football quite a bit better than I thought they would be able
same
to.
Here. I didn't think that was that impressive over the years, but Haydock's got him on the right side this year and going well.
But in the same token, in that regard, Heritage did hold Woodland to 19 points, which is something that most teams in this area, including Bluffton, who absolutely got hammered last week, I was a little bit surprised at that 56-7 score. I thought Woodland would win that game, but the way that things are playing out now, and I'm going to keep a close eye on that Southern Wells Woodland game. On top of this one right here, if things go to form and Adams Central wins this one and Woodland wins down at Southern Wells, the last week of the season is when Woodland travels here to battle Adams Central. So you could be looking at a conference championship the last night if these two teams run the table.
Right.
Heritage in the road, white blue bottoms, red numerals, white helmets. We'll say white, more like silver. Adams Central in the home, red, gray bottoms, red helmets, familiar Jet logo on the helmet. We'll clear that overlay so you can actually see what Kevin's bringing you video-wise up top. Now bear with him. I've got that camera wrapped in several garbage bags so he doesn't get fried later on tonight. It's kind of hard for him to see you. Hopefully it won't be too big of an issue throughout the night here tonight.
So far, so good.
So far, so good, and hopefully it'll stay dry. We're kind of keeping an eye on the radar as the night progresses. The latest was they thought that it was going to hold off till after the game. Of course, we can play in rain.
Well, yeah.
Just don't want to fry you up top. AC will kick off. They'll work right to left. In your virtual world. Back deep for Heritage is Jonathan McNeil on the far side. Looks like Trevani Bright maybe on the near side.
Yeah, 5, right.
Kicking off will be Parker Bates. He puts his right foot on, and we are underway. Taken by the up back 46. Reimer to the 31, where Adam Central, or pardon me, where Heritage will take over 1st and 10. Working left to right in your virtual world. And you said Kanapke is still playing quarterback.
Yep. Number 8, Walt Kanapke is a freshman.
A glorious night, at least, to get this thing started here tonight. And for once, we had an easy peasy setup other than getting up that ladder. And we're off and running here on The Voice. Kanapke has trips to his far side. Hart in the backfield as his protector. Man comes in motion near side. He'll pitch it to Hart left side. Across the line of scrimmage. Across. Well, I didn't make it to the 35. He made it to about the 34. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Brought down by Drew Schultz.
Drew Schultz on the stop. Bring up 2nd down 6. I had a mouse. What did I do with it? It's clear over here. Excuse me, sir. We got a nice setup position here tonight. I'd like to thank the Adams Central Athletic Department right on the 50-yard line. Can't ask for better seats here tonight. Kanapke with dual receivers on the near side. Hart coming over to the left side, right side rather. There's a hold, no flag. Hart breaks free from 1. Near 1st down yardage. I think he's going to be sharp by a yard or 2. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
James Blackburn.
Blackburn in on the stop, so it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
The University of St. Francis is our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Special thank you to them. Third and 1. Beef line up in here. 2 players in the backfield. Kanapke under center. He'll hand it over to Hart. Hart will he'll be right at it, depending on the spot. I don't think he made it. The far line judge was standing on the opposite side of the pylon, but you're right. He's short by a yard.
4th down and 1 yard.
They're going to go for it here early on, are the Patriots, it looks like. Play coming in from Jason Deacons, ran it in from the sideline. Watch for a hard count here. Kanapke looks at a 5-man Adams Central front. 2nd man through will get the 1st down. I didn't see the number.
Ball run by number 28.
Evan Kanapke.
His brother.
Bailey Hurst on the tackle.
And Evan is a junior, yes.
Down Heritage.
Long line of Kanapkes coming out of Heritage High School, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Walt's the last one of that particular family.
Two people behind Kanapke. Under center he goes. Hard over the right side. Blows 1 tackle over, but he's going to lose a yard or 2.
Justin Hart on the carry.
Well read.
Brought down by Carr.
Carr on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Homecoming here at Adams Central here tonight. They did the homecoming court before the game. So in that regard, we'll have a little bit shorter of a halftime. Nice sized crowd from Heritage made the trip down. US 27. Kanapke under center. Drops the pass. Has time now. Ducks and gets buried.
Kanapke on the keeper, brought down by number 71, Ian Wellman.
He's going to lose a yard. He's going to lose more in the yard. He's going to lose 2. 3rd and 13.
Plus a 3 on the play. 3rd down.
Had protection for a brief moment, but the pocket did not hold for very long and bring up 3rd and long at the 41. Just under 8 minutes and counting, just underway here on the Voice Sports Network. Kanapke play action, rolls to his left. He'll throw to Hart in the flat. He'll gain nothing.
Pass completed. Adjustment Hart for no gain.
That'll bring up 4th down. This time the Patriots will punt. Dropping back to punt will be Walter Kanapke. 32 drops deep. That's Steven Eicher.
Eicher deep on the return.
For the Jets, snapback is good. End over ender. Eicher lets it bounce. Now fields it at the 25. He'll make it out to about the 27 or 28. Where it'll be 1st and 10. In our first look tonight at the Flying Jet offense. The University of St. Francis, known for quality academic options and dedicated professors, you'll discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. See for yourself what USF has to offer or visit online at sf.edu. New Holland Tri-County, they get the new utility rustler vehicle there. Combined rugged construction and gritty performance, comfort, numerous choices to choose from. Visit New Holland Tri-County, Highway 1 South in Bluffton for the Rustler utility vehicle. One receiver to the near side, hand off to 31, Bailey Hurst.
Bailey Hurst on the carry.
He'll gain 4 hard yards over the right side.
Down by Kanapke.
Kanapke in on the stop, 2nd and 6. A nice sized crowd on both sides. Quite a looking down on the track. There's a line of fans on the track. The stands look packed. Monroe excited about this Jet football team. Rightfully so at 4-0 and 9th in the state. Hunter Bates, the ball carrier. He goes over the right side, crosses the 35 to about the 37. McNeil makes the stop. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Ball resting on the 37-yard line.
Well, like we said, this will probably be a typical ground and pound game for both these squads. And I don't think anybody here is going to object to that.
Yeah.
One receiver comes split to the near side. That's Aaron Carr. One to the far. Wing formation behind the quarterback. They went for some trickeration that went nowhere, and it'll bring up 4th down. Let's see the umpire who the ball carrier was. That's 24, and that is Blake Bauman.
Blake Bauman on the carry.
They tried a trap on the inside. Nothing was there. As a matter of fact, they lost 2. Going to bring up 4th and a long 3, short 4, if you will. A little bit of confusion personnel-wise, and now it looks like the Jets will drop into punt formation. A lot of confusion personnel-wise. Now they're getting straight. Play clock at 4. Snap back. Flag on the play. The gunner on the far sideline was not set, and that's what they're going to get. Our first penalty flag on the procedure penalty against Adams Central. Move it back 5.
Illegal procedure against Adams Central. 4th down.
So to bring up 4th and 8.
Fourth and 8.
So Skylar Douglas drops to punt. We await the snap back. Little high. Brings it down. Nearly blocked. And it'll roll harmlessly in front of News Channel 15 photographer Jake Weaver. Out of bounds. least that looks like Jake from up here. It is. I believe we have one of the coaches mic'd up for Coach Speak, which is kind of a neat feature that Wayne airs on Thursday nights, where they mic a coach up. Anywho, 1st and 10 for the Patriots, their second possession of the football game. Kanapke brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Under center, Walter goes. Or pardon me, Evan.
It's Walter.
Overthrow him.
Incomplete pass.
Foster was the intended receiver, went over his head.
Foster.
So Walter is the quarterback. I get my Kanapke straight here. 2nd and 10. No score here early on. 4:30. 7 left. Kanapke handed it off to the first man through. Hart.
Carrier.
He's going to get 3 the hard way.
Wellman on the stop.
Bring up 3rd and long.
Down. 7 yards.
So going here early on, Heritage having trouble generating any offense. That's the bad news. The good news is the first possession, neither could Adams Central. Of course, that is if you are listening on a Heritage prerogative, which 99% of you are. Kanapke under center. Rolls to his left. He could tuck it and run if he wanted to. Instead, fires it downfield, overthrew it.
Kanapke on the pass. Incomplete.
Gregory was out there and open. The pass was just overthrown. 4th down.
For Gregory.
I can hear the wind whipping through your headsets. I'm not sure if that's playing any havoc down there with the passing game. First couple passes have been overthrown.
Yeah. Although he's throwing kind of into the wind, I would think it would hold it up instead of...
Yeah, that's true. From my vantage point, I see no flag, so I take your word for it. Kanapke digs it out of the ground, puts it right side. We're picking it up rather interestingly. Boy, that was interesting. I'm not sure I had to pick that ball up, but it paid dividends. Bring up 1st and 10. Heritage with its second possession, or pardon me, Adams Central with the second possession of the ball game. First and 10, here come the Jets. They break the huddle with a receiver to the near side, Carr. To the far side is Chase Stahl. Double wingback formation behind him. What do we have here? A fresh pigskin coming in from the sideline. Actually, it looks like we got to change the ball from the sidelines. Looks like Heritage's game ball was in instead of Adams Central. With an AC pigskin in, we're ready for action. Handoff over the left side.
Gain of 3 on the play.
To Hunter Bates. Gain of 7.
Brought down by Kanapke.
Evan Kanapke in on the stop, as you hear from the PA announcer.
That was only a gain of 3, it looks like.
Yep, 2nd and we'll say 7.
Okay.
Ball to 37.
I thought he said he gained 7.
No,
Geez,
I might have.
That's a log.
It's been a long week.
Okay.
Hammond goes under center, hands it off to the left side, gets the corner, does the running back, 23. Hunter Bates crossing midfield, and it's 1st down. Zach White makes the stop. Of course, White was playing quarterback the last time I saw this Patriot team. So it's our first across the 15 enemy territory for either squad here. And it comes at the 3:01 mark of quarter number 1. No score here on the Voice Sports Network. Hammond brings them to the line of scrimmage, one receiver to either side. Going in motion is Hurst. They tossed to Hurst, and that was nearly a busted play, but he's able to turn it upfield for about 3. You could hear an audible groan from the Adams Central sideline on that. But they turn it into a 3, almost a 4-yard game. It'll be 2nd and 7. The ball at the 44-yard line. Got to remember what county we're on tonight as I load the commercials. By the way, last time Kevin and I did a game, we had no commercials. That was a treat. Toss sweep to Bates. Hunter wants to get outside, breaks 1 tackle, won't break 2. Evan Kanapke on the stop. Gain of about 3.
That was a good pursuit by 75. He's a nose tackle, I believe, or on this side, Dustin Johnson. He was right on top of there, too. If Kanapke wouldn't have got him, probably he would have got him.
Johnson's a beefy one at 6 foot and 281, so it's a nice backside pursuit. Didn't give up on the play. 3rd and long. Hammond will hand that off to Bates. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. Across the 30 to the 29. Good for a first down. Our Heritage was there, rather, on several occasions, but Bates made him miss and made him pay. Down to the 35, 1st and 10. First and 10 for the Jets. They have some traction now as they continue on this 2nd possession of the game. Hammond has them under center. Hurst the ball carrier. Dives down to about the 25, maybe to the 24. Gain of, we'll say 5, maybe even 6. We'll say 5 officially. In an obscenely moving first half, or first quarter rather, we're almost to the end of the first quarter with 35 seconds and counting left. Hammond under center. Heritage shows blitz. Blowing through into the 2nd level is Hurst, or Bates rather.
Bates on the carry.
Not for a shoestring tackle. He's still walking into the end zone. They will have to snap the football one more time. 25.8 on the play clock. Game clock, rather. 25, obviously, on the play. So they will have to snap the football here one more time with Adams Central. Andrew Hammond brings them to the line with 1 receiver wide to either side. Same formation we've seen all night long. In the backfield is Blackburn. Actually, that's Hunter Bates, I believe. Yep. His number was crinkled up. Hunter dives over the left side. He'll gain 2, and already we are through 1. No score here on the Voice Sports Network in a quick-moving contest. We'll be back with more after this.
With their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park, directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House, and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
Other game in the conference we're really watching is Woodland at Southern Wells. Mitchell Van Broecklyn with a 2-yard touchdown score puts Woodland up 7-0 on an 81-yard drive for the Warriors. We will attempt to keep an eye on that game throughout the night, as that game will determine a clear-cut front runner in this conference.
On the 17-yard line.
We go into second quarter action here on The Voice with Adams Central driving here. We switch sides. Hammond under center. Second down and 7 to go on the 18. Driving towards the 5-yard line is Bates. He's deceptively quick. He didn't look like he was really chugging that fast, but he got in the second level quick.
Yeah, the Lions doing a good job blocking. They're getting nice holes open for him.
First and goal now, as we get our first scoring threat of the contest. Ball spotted on the Patriots 6. Hammond under center, split to the near side is Luke Verrill, the basketball player. I recognize that name for the many games I've done here. Hunter Bates down to about the 2.
Bates on the carry, stop, just shy.
And bring up second down. If you are an Adams County Voice fan listening in tonight, no doubt you've heard me many a times. Not necessarily doing football here, but many basketball games for Coach Aaron McClure across the way at the hangar. So it's a homecoming kind of of sorts for me. Football, I haven't had very much luck doing games out here, so that's why I was a little bit apprehensive, but so far so good. Hammond under center. Long count, play clock at 4. That ain't it. Hammond play faked it. And you thought everybody would key on Bates, but they didn't. It was well read by the Patriot defense, and that's a huge loss. Back to about the 10. That'll bring up third and goal.
Loss of 8 yards. We're third down and goal.
Third and goal at the ball tail resting on the 10-yard line. We'll say 9 officially, so it's third and goal from the 10. Verrill split to the near side. Carr to the far. Under center, Hammond. He's going to go to Verrill. Fade pan at right corner of the end zone. Over his head. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Intended for Verrill.
I think everybody in the stadium knew that play was coming. 4th and 10. Or 4th and goal, rather. Now, I would assume that they will go for it here. I don't know if Adams Central has a kicker capable of kicking the football. Doesn't look like it.
That's timeout.
Timeout called by
Timeout.
Adams Central. Their first of this half. We'll join them here on the Voice Sports Network.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and invest.
We'll come back and get USF later. Hammond drops the pass, fires into the corner. Triple coverage, nothing there.
Pass intended for Borough, incomplete.
And Heritage will take over on downs.
Nothing to lose. I mean,
Yeah, you really got to go for it there. You've got Heritage now pinned deep.
Yeah.
And obviously they don't have a kicker that could
Right.
boot from there. Would have been a 25, 30-yard field goal. Oh, by the way, Woodland now up 14-0. So welcome to the big boy leagues there, Southern Wells. You're not playing the dinky-dink schools anymore. I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Hart the ball. Or was that Hart? Yep.
Yeah.
He'll go over right side. Gain of about 6, maybe 7. Say so. Vorel in on the stop. Second and 7. Trips to the near sideline as Kanapke goes under center. Hart, his personal protector. Adams Central shows blitz. They back off of it. Hart will run it. We're going to bring it back for a hold, however. At least that's where that flag is normally thrown. We'll wait and see. I'd almost bet the farm it's a hold. Neither squad backing up any. No, it's a face mask against Adams Central. Well, I'm glad I didn't bet the farm, or I'm glad I don't own a farm. Well, they get the first down via penalty, Will Heritage. Take it however you can get it. Was it the 5-yard or 15 variety? Nope, 5.
5-yard. Wasn't a personal foul, was it?
First and 10, Heritage ball placed on the 24-yard line. 29-yard line.
Same formation, trips to the near side. Hart, the personal protector. He'll get the handoff over the right side.
Hart, the ball carrier.
Nothing there. Kind of got stood up. The offensive line on that play, I haven't looked that close throughout the game, stood straight up. And they're fortunate to gain a couple off of that one.
Stopped by Brandon Shaneman. Second down.
I harken back to when I played over at Bluffton. My dad was my offensive line coach, always screamed at me, stay low, stay low, stay low. At least on that play, they stood straight up. Again, trips to the near side. Kanapke under center. AC shows blitz, back off of it. Kanapke throws underneath, intercepted. Hammond up the left side.
Interception, Adams Central. Andrew Hammond.
So Hammond is the beneficiary of that pass. Going the other way, our first turnover of the contest.
The old Heritage coach, Yeager, he always said, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad.
Exactly. I remember playing against Coach Yeager way back when I played. Heritage was always a tough out. Of course, everybody was a tough out when I played for Bluffton. One of the worst teams ever. Anyway. Some would argue they're not that better now. Anyway. Hammond drops the pass. They smell blood. Wide open touchdown. Bailey Hurst got the touchdown pass in stride. And the first blood is drawn by Adams Central. That was a nice looking pass, right on stride.
Yep. Coverage broke down or something. It was
Yeah, he was wide open. You can see
Looking inside or something.
You can see his eyeballs light up like Christmas trees. Skylar Douglas will tip the extra point. I think I could have caught that ball and ran it in. He is that wide open. Snap, spot, kick. Drives it through. 8:21 left on the USF scoreboard. Your score is Adams Central 7, Heritage nothing. We'll be right back on the Voice Sports Network.
Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Bluffton Street Fair starts next week, and we are putting out a call to all singers to show up to the qualifying round of the Bluffton Street Fair Idol this Sunday, 6 p.m. at Life Church in Bluffton. Bring your music and try out in front of the judges to see if you can make the cut. The grand prize is $700. No pre-registration required. Must be 17 years old, but you do not have to be a resident of Wells County. For more information, visit BlufftonStreetFair.com.
7-0 Adams Central with the lead. 8:21 left here, quarter number 2. End over end kick. Taking over the right side. Bright. Breaks free out to about the 36. So nice field possession here for Adams Central to start their next possession. And the good news weather-wise, folks, is that it looks like we might sneak through without getting wet here tonight, at least so far.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Heaviest rain is moving northwest over by the South Bend area. A little bit on the west side of Fort Wayne, but nothing down here as of yet. Which means my expertise wrapping job in garbage sacks up there wasn't worth it. Oh, well, better safe than sorry. Kanapke tosses to Hart, right side. He's got room on the corner. Cuts it up across midfield. Nicely done. Fumbled it, but he comes back up with it. He'll cross into Adams Central territory. Hit a nice side on that offensive line on the right side, sealing the outside. And Hart manipulates it for a first down in their first jaunt into Adams Central territory here tonight. First and 10. Clock winds. 8 minutes straight up left here, quarter number 2. Under center is Kanapke. He rolls to his left, fires down field, almost picked off. 18 was the intended receiver. That's Foster.
Justin Foster, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10.
That was a dangerous pass. No harm done. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 47-yard line. Both these teams staying in their same formations the majority of the time here. Trips near side. Hart right up the gut. Maybe 2. Ball pops loose, but he was down. Bring up 3rd and long.
Met on the line. Ryan Ashley.
Well, there's no question. Hart's a good runner, got good speed. He's just not having too much hole-wise to run through here tonight.
Yeah, he was kind of physically upset last week at his lineman, it seemed like a couple times.
Well, he's one of the top backs in this conference. It's just hasn't been that much holes for the man to run through. Trips now will go to the far side. Kanapke drops straight back, passing the flat, caught. Or not in the flat, rather, but on the right sideline by number 10, Deacons. He's going to be short of the first down. They bring up 4th and about 3 or 4? Long 3, short 4. Did the punt team come in? Yes.
4th and 4.
Kanapke will drop to punt.
Walter Kanapke.
Bauman drops deep for Adams Central.
Bauman to return.
High snap brought down by Kanapke. Not a good punt, though. End over ender, and that's going to have a Adams Central bounce. You could tell as it left his foot. Hockemeyer will down it. 1st and 10. 4. So I get my paperwork in order here. Adams Central.
Ball being placed on the 30.
The most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford from Grable Insurance. They're on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park. Indiana Physical Therapy. Their highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments, accepts all insurances. To get more on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit indianapt.com. Adams Central has 6 minutes, 18 seconds to work with, 2 timeouts as well. Running over the right side and getting some good yardage is 31 for Bailey Hurst.
Bailey Hurst on a fabulous run. Brought down by number 58, Cole Beery.
So a large gain for the Jets. Ball goes out to their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
First and 10, ball resting on the 48-yard line.
Near hash. Adams Central breaks the huddle. Hand off to 24, Bauman, which goes nowhere.
The runner.
The reality check continues in Panito. It's now 20-0 Woodland.
And 11.
I think that'll be a shutout.
I think it will be too. And I think Woodland will put 50 up on them. Sherwood Haydock wants to make a statement up in Woodburn, and he's got the team to do it.
Yep.
2nd down. Hammond under center. He'll hand it off to Drew Schultz over to the left side.
Drew Schultz, ball carrier.
Out to midfield. Gain of about 2, maybe 3.
Gain of 3.
Probably the premier game in the area is Leo East Noble.
Oh, yeah.
Leo actually leads that game 7-0. Leo's kind of getting sick, and if you've been watching the media about how they don't belong in the big boy conference, well, so far they do. Hammond rolls to his right, fires into the flat, pass complete. Into the 2nd level is Blake Bauman, a 5'6", 130-pound junior with first down yardage.
On the stop, first down, Adams Central.
So Adams Central now also hurting this Patriot defense through the air, which is a little bit of a surprise. Hammond goes under center. Schultz again over the right side. The defensive line looks gassed here for Heritage. They got their hands on their hips. Walking back to the line of scrimmage, they just look tired. You've seen a little bit of a change-up with Schultz now running the football. He's a little bit bigger of a back. Handoff.
Bates on the carry.
It's to Hunter Bates.
Stop short of the first down.
Down to about the 21. Going to be shy of the first down by about a yard
It'll
or
be
so.
3rd down and a short 1. Stop made by Destin Johnson.
I'm looking for Hunter Bates, and I don't see him. He's been running the football a lot for Adams Central, and I believe I heard out of the corner of my ear a little bit ago that he's hurt, but I don't see him down there. Maybe I'm just missing something. 23 Hunter Bates.
Bates on the run, finds a hole.
Over to the left side. That'll bring up first down yardage. It'll be first and goal at the 6, it looks like.
Stop made by Evan Kanapke. It'll be first and goal for Adams
Kanapke
Central.
in on the stop.
Ball resting again on the 6-yard line.
No, Bailey Hurst doesn't. Well, there he is. I see him out there now. Never mind. He's playing the wing back position now rather than the lone back. Matter of fact, he's in motion right now.
Got flags on the play.
The Hankies come out. Offside is the preliminary indication on Heritage. Yeah, they were offside. That is a flag that will drive a coach nuts.
Half the distance to the goal line. It'll be
This is a dead ball foul, so they land offside. Fortunately, it's only half the distance, so it's first and goal from the 3. Hammond under center. Hurst goes in motion. They'll hand it off to the first man through, Hunter Bates.
Bates on the carry. There are flags on the field.
Hankies litter the field once again. Holding offense.
And Jake Myers on the stop.
Move it back 10, do it again.
And a holding call against Adams Central.
Of course they're going to take the penalty. I don't know why they're even asking. Back it up 10 and do it again. Well, if you're a Patriot fan, and obviously you are here on the Voice Sports Network, you want to stop here. Get a little momentum going into halftime.
Ball will be placed on the 14-yard line.
So first and goal, ball at the 14. Watch the fade pattern this side to Verrill. Call it a gut feeling. Under center goes Hammond. Bootleg rolls to his right. Verrill was open. Fires through his hands, incomplete.
Pass intended for Boral, incomplete.
Pass thrown just a little late there. Luke was open early. Held on to it a little bit too long, and the ball races through Luke's hands, incomplete. Second goal. He was open.
Brings up second and goal.
Woodland 28, Southern Wells nothing. Holy mackerel. Sorry, Raider Nation. Now I'm glad I didn't get to sign that game. Snyder over Carroll 7-0. That's another key game in the SAC. There's Bailey Hurst.
Bailey Hurst on the carry.
Not a lot there. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. He does. Gets about 3 after it's all said and done. Third and goal. Minute 30 left.
Adams Central, ball on the 9-yard line.
Adams Central does have 2 timeouts to work with here. With a minute 15, clock rolls. Hammond under center. On the slant, touchdown. Aaron Carr on the reception.
Aaron Carr.
And on the USF scoreboard, it's a shoot. I just deleted something I shouldn't have. Oh well. 13-0 on the Voice Sports Network Subway scoreboard. That's okay. We won't have stats at halftime, so I don't need that anyway. Control panel. Pending the extra point here by number 14, Skylar Douglas, a 5'8", 186-pound junior, with the kicking duties here tonight. And he drills it right down Broadway. Minute 5 left, quarter number 2. 14-0 is the lead for Adams Central. We'll be right back.
The 2015 Bluffton Street Fair starts next week on Tuesday, September 22nd, running through Saturday the 26th, with fun and activities daily. Tuesday, things kick off with singing entertainment that takes you back to the days of the Rat Pack with music by the Brat Pack at 6 p.m., followed by the grand opening parade at 7 p.m. Wednesday, enjoy the Antique and Classic Car Show and Parade, the High School Band Parade, and the Casey Beaverstein Memorial Show. Thursday's main event is the Industrial Parade. Friday is the High School Choral Contest with the local band Reckon, and closing out the Street Fair on Saturday is Bluffton Street Fair Idol. Every day you'll enjoy rides, music, plenty of food, and we haven't even mentioned all the events going on at the 4-H Fairgrounds. There are just too many things going on to mention them all. So visit BlufftonStreetFair.com for a complete listing of activities.
Other scores across the area: Snyder 7, Carroll nothing. Garrett 14, Eastside nothing.
Ryan McNeil to receive.
Squibb taken by the up back to the 40. Diving across to the 43.
Ball returned by Evan Kanapke.
Boy, Kanapke kind of does it all, doesn't he? Yeah. Turns, kicks, plays defense, quarterbacks this football squad.
Well, that's Waller. Well, that was Evan.
Was it Evan?
Yeah, that was Evan.
Well, they do everything.
Okay.
It's all Kanapke all the time. One of them needs to get this offense untracked.
Yeah.
It's 14-0 Adams Central, which was the fear coming into this one that the offense would struggle, and it continues here tonight. Flag on the play. Nope, timeout call.
Timeout, Heritage.
Heritage calls their first timeout of the first half.
Each week
gives us a chance to tell you about the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. With a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, indoor pool, and child care, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. Visit fwymca.org. TW Fable is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course, which is located at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. They feature a fine dining experience Tuesday through Saturday. If you're looking for a great lunch, visit the 250 Grill. Finally, Adams Memorial Hospital, healthcare close to home. Sports teams can utilize the professional services of the sports clinic, led by Dr. David Coates, orthopedic care, close to home. 1 minute straight up left for Heritage here in the first half of play. They trail 14-0. Kanapke looking for the fade pattern. Receiver out there is Deacons, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Joel Deacons.
Brings up second down.
On the defense.
Begs the question, Kevin, are we going to see a quarterback change at halftime, or are we keep with the freshman?
I think he'll stay with the freshman.
I think I would agree with that. You've already pulled the hook and brought him in for the last game and a half. You might as well stay with it.
If it was farther down, I think they might, but since it's 14, I think.
Yeah, still within earshot, that's for sure. Hart, the ball carrier, right side, crosses midfield into Adams Central territory. At about the 47, good for first down yardage.
Justin Hart. Brought down by Carr.
Right at the sticks anyway. We'll see if they give him the benefit of the doubt without a measurement. They do. First down. Second timeout called now by Heritage. Gives me a chance to tell you about one of our other fine sponsors here. It's the Woodcrest Villas and Garden Apartments. Enjoy your retirement at Woodcrest Villas and Garden Apartments, 1300 Mercer Avenue, in Decatur, Adams Woodcrest. Member Adams Health Network, exceptional care close to you. Well, I didn't realize 27 in Decatur was so tore up.
Yeah.
It was a nice trip over. Although traffic did move kind of freely, I was kind of nervous as I drove in. I have not, like I said earlier in this contest, had a lot of luck broadcasting from here. So I wanted to get here early, thankfully. It wasn't too bad of a trip. Kanapke uncorks one left sideline. It's going to be intercepted. Oh!
Incomplete pass.
Thought it was going to be intercepted.
Intended for Joshua Foster.
Foster wanted a flag.
On the coverage.
None forthcoming, and it'll bring up second down. 41 seconds left. Then I had another thing when I was leaving Wayne TV's parking lot. We just had the parking lot redone there, and I picked up some crap from the parking lot, and I had to crawl underneath my truck because it was destroying the bottom of my truck. Other than that, it's been a great night. We made it. No complaints. Ball was fumbled. Adams Central says they have it, and it appears they do.
Recovered by the Jets.
Well, do you uncork a couple here, or are you content being up 14-0? I would think they'd be content being up 14-0, but you never know. Hammond will bring them up, and we'll see. Along with the rest of you. I'd like to thank Only Internet for getting out here and testing our internet connection, our first run from Adams Central this year. And we've got a rock-solid 2 megabit connection for you here tonight. I owe them a phone call now that I think of it. Crossing midfield, flag comes flying in.
Penalty flag on the play.
Scoreboard operator saying horse collar. Let's see.
Brought down by Cole Berry.
Sure does look like it.
Destin Johnson.
And that will bring up something interesting. Because if it is, it's 15 yards more. Now you can take several cracks at it if you'd like. Let's see. Yep. Face mount's a face mask. Either way, it's a 15-yarder. Actually, it's 15, but run the scoreboard, dude. Sorry. Anywho, it'll bring up 1st and 10 after the 15-yard mark off.
Ball is placed on the 32-yard line.
32-yard line, so
1st and 10.
AC with 2 timeouts, so they can uncork a few should they so desire. Hammond brings them to the line. Instead, they'll hand off and maybe make it back to the line of scrimmage. AC will call a timeout here.
Hurst on the carry.
Hurst was a ball carrier. No gain on the play. So both teams down to their final timeout. We're all the way through our readers. So we'll stay right here for the final.
Walker on the stop.
19.3 seconds at regulation. Whitco leads Tippecanoe Valley 6-0. Homestead 35. Southside 6. Woodland 35. Southern Wells 0. Reality continues to set in. Southern part of Wells County. Here's a surprise. Jay County leads Bluffton 8-6. I expected Bluffton to rout Jay County. I had a Bluffton Jay County game last year, and it was 54-50 was the final.
I remember that.
Man alive. It was a game that I thought was never going to end. I've never seen a game like it.
I believe I watched it on the internet, and I got tired just watching it.
Oh, it was a difficult. I mean, it seemed like every other play somebody was breaking free for a touchdown. Nobody could stop anybody. I told the color guy that night, I was the one doing that game, that whoever had the ball last would probably win, and that's exactly what happened. Jay County scored a touchdown on the last play. Ooh, I thought he was breaking free. It was Hunter Bates. He'll get first down yardage.
Timeout, Adams Central.
That's their third. With 14.5 seconds left.
McNeil on the tackle.
Yeah, if you're a defensive purist, that game was not for you. If you like offense, basketball, or grass,
Adams Central.
it was a fun one to watch. To reset the situation here, it's 1st and 10. The ball at the 31-yard line. Adams Central with a 14-0 lead. Out of timeouts, 14.5 seconds left. Not that it matters with such little time left. Heritage with 1 timeout. Trying to get some commercials loaded up for you here at halftime while we break the huddle. Hammond under center. I'll have to tee it up here. Going to get hit as he thrown. Almost intercepted. Went right to the linebacker, 46.
Nearly picked off by
Reimer.
Blake Reimer.
Well, you can see Reimer's eyes light up. Falls harmlessly incomplete. 2nd and 10. Next week, Heritage hits they go to Holgate, don't they?
No, it's a home game.
Is it at home?
It'll be a home game.
Not quite sure if we'll have that one for you or not. We're going to have a long field goal attempt here. He's about the 28. That'll be a 38-yarder. Snap, spot, kick. No, not even close.
Field goal attempt blocked.
Was it blocked or did he squib it? Either or, no good. Heritage will take over. But it'll be inconsequential. I would imagine they would take a knee and just get it to halftime here.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks are home. It's Holgate and it's Bluffton.
Guarantee it will have the Bluffton game. I give up predicting who I'm going to have next week. I knew I would be off Norwell with the Tin Cap season being done. My original schedule was Woodland all of this year. But you got to be flexible this day and age. So I'll wait till Monday morning to find out where I will travel next week.
I was hoping I could get a game yet this year.
Yeah, you never know. Give them a call and say, I'll do it.
Well, I have.
Well, I think part of it is, in Scott's defense, there's still a lot of debugging that we're doing with this system. So we're trying to get all that worked out. Anyway, we go to halftime. Your score is Adams Central 14, Heritage nothing on the Subway scoreboard. Take a couple-minute timeout, come back with hopefully some scores, and talk a little bit about second-half action and adjustments here on the Voice Sports Network. This is AllenCountyVoice.com.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Indiana is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti.
I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want Paschetti. I want Paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's Restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton.
The 2015 Bluffton Street Fair starts next week on Tuesday, September 22nd, running through Saturday the 26th, with fun and activities daily. Tuesday, things kick off with singing entertainment that takes you back to the days of the Rat Pack with music by the Brat Pack at 6 p.m., followed by the grand opening parade at 7 p.m. Wednesday, enjoy the Antique and Classic Car Show and Parade, the High School Band Parade, and the Casey Beaverstein Memorial Show. Thursday's main event is the Industrial Parade. Friday is the High School Choral Contest with the local band Reckon, and closing out the Street Fair on Saturday is Bluffton Street Fair Idol. Every day you'll enjoy rides, music, plenty of food, and we haven't even mentioned all the events going on at the 4-H Fairgrounds. There are just too many things going on to mention them all. So visit BlufftonStreetFair.com for a complete listing of activities.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Bluffton Street Fair starts next week, and we are putting out a call to all singers to show up to the qualifying round of the Bluffton Street Fair Idol this Sunday, 6 p.m. at Life Church in Bluffton. Bring your music and try out in front of the judges to see if you can make the cut. The grand prize is $700. No pre-registration required. Must be 17 years old, but you do not have to be a resident of Wells County. For more information, visit BlufftonStreetFair.com.
If I may digress a moment, as a Wells County resident and a lover of Bluffton Street Fair, if you ever get a chance to get down there, Allen County Voice listeners, it's kind of a neat little thing. Might come down and check it out sometime. Think of it as a mini Three Rivers Festival midway, rather. Always look forward to that time of year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to go this year, so have fun for me if you do go. Anyway, halftime. 14-0 Adams Central has the lead here over Heritage. Jeff Crasium and Kevin, I always butcher this last name, Goltz?
Yeah, it's Gels.
Gels. Yeah. That's all right. People butcher my last name more than they get it right.
Oh, good old German name.
Mine is Romanian, believe it or not. But since we don't have halftime stats, we never usually get them on the road, and I can't keep up to do stats manually. I'm actually Romanian by ancestry, if you will.
Yeah, I had German on both sides. Dad's and my mom was Knipstein, which is really German.
Well, which is kind of interesting, my family backstory, is that the Romanian translation into English, my last name should be Christmas.
Oh.
But my ancestors, when they came over, did not want that to be the last name for whatever reason. So instead of the easily pronounceable Christmas, they changed it to Crasium, which gets called Crakium, which my friends will call me, but anyway.
I'm a big adversary of the bands. My kids were in the band at Heritage, and my son, his senior year is the first year that Heritage band went to the state finals, and they come in second place that year, and he was one of the drum majors, and so I enjoyed watching that halftime show with Adams Central. They've really come a long way from, I remember used to watching them, and they hardly could walk up and down the field, and Mike Satterwhite's done a real good job down here.
It was always interesting when I was growing up. I always, in high school, would date people that were in the band, so I grew up loving bands, and my wife and I actually were talking about this last weekend. We almost went to the Banks of the Wabash competition at Bluffton, but just had a little bit too much going on this last Saturday to make it over, so perhaps next year. But
I didn't make it there. I was going to Heritage in March. They usually do, and I didn't go, and this year, now tomorrow night, they're supposed to be at DeKalb.
There's a big one at DeKalb. I do know that. Yeah. A couple people were mentioning that at work today.
So I may make it up here at DeKalb, but Heritage got a new director this year, and so it's kind of iffy on what he wants to do. But he's done a good job. He's really had them. Games I've seen him at home, the brand performed pretty well. So,
and you've got to admire. Since we don't have stats, we'll just free talk here through the halftime show here. You have to admire the hours that the band people put in. I was talking with, actually my wife was with me last week over at Norwell, and she was sitting with one of her friends who has a kid in band, and they were starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they were practicing until 10, hopping a bus. In the afternoon, they had a band competition. Did the band competition, drove back to Ossian, did the Ossian Days parade, hopped right back in the bus, and went up to the Banks of the, down to Bluffton for the Banks of the Wabash. That was a 16, 17-hour day.
Yeah, been there, done that. I was doing that for every year my kids were in, and it's quite interesting in the fall. I mean, you go, especially if like that year they went to the state finals, and you went to other schools. Like we went down to Plainfield and to see the other schools. Pike, we were down at Indianapolis Pike one year, and it's just really interesting to see the other facilities that they perform in.
Other scores across the area that are filtering in via my Twitter feed. Belmont's hosting Huntington North, and they lead the Vikings 20-6. Carroll and Snyder are knotted up at 7. Homestead pounding Southside 35-6. At halftime, Woodland 42, Southern Wells 6.
Oh no, they scored.
They did score. That's a kind of a surprise. Bryce Bono, according to this, with a long touchdown.
I figured Huntington North was at Belmont. My daughter and I stopped on the way up and ate at the Golden Arches, and there were some Huntington North people in there eating. So,
DeKalb, Columbia City knotted at 6 at halftime. Central Noble 21-6 over Fremont. I love that people tweet updates, but they need to tweet actual scores, not what's happening necessarily during the game. Bluffton and Jay County knotted at 14. Joinger 29, Northrop 7. I really want to know what the Leo East Noble score is, but they're doing updates, but they're not putting scores in it. Angola 7, Lakeland nothing. I know they're at almost to halftime, but that's all I know. Whitco over Tippy Valley 6-0 at halftime. So that's what we've got going across the voice. Or across the area, rather. It's 14-0 here. And it's like we talked in the pregame. The offense for Heritage still stymied, unable to get any points on the board. And that's what kind of surprised me about the Sagarin Power Predictor. I still don't even see them getting up to 17 points. They were 21-17 dog in this one.
Yeah.
So they can ill afford to give up, I don't think, any more points. They're not out of the football game. That's only a 2-touchdown difference. But offensively, got to find something.
Yeah, that's my old classmate, Ken Horman, down there on the sideline.
I do see him, and what I love about Kent, that man is always dressed to the nines.
Oh, yeah.
In a suit and tie, wherever. It could be a monsoon. He would be in a suit and tie.
One class reunion, him and two other classmates that came in Hawaiian shirts. They had lays on, and they made everybody believe that they just got back from Hawaii, but they didn't even go. And they were all talking how it was so fun and how they had this on the beach, and they were all like, wow, you just got back. And then they said, no, we didn't go. They came dressed that way.
And pardon for the interruption. Sorry about that, Kevin. I say this every week that I do. We're very fortunate in this area to have two television stations in Indiana's News Center, or WPTA, if you will, in their combination with NBC 33, at least for now. Along with Wayne TV, they do a fantastic job of getting as much football as they can in, given the limited resources they've got.
Right.
I believe we are covering a total of, when I say we, Wayne TV, my daytime employer, is covering 14 games tonight. Wow. And that is not easy. Obviously, I'm guessing the photographer for Wayne did the first half here, and he's probably in Belmont now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm assuming Kent probably did the opposite. He probably started at Belmont and then came down here. But that's what they usually do. They double up. They'll do first half of one game and as much of the second as they can for the other. Of course, it's a little bit easier now with tapes being gone. It's all recorded to a disk drive, so it doesn't take too long to redo highlights. But it's always a fun process. Some of me misses working Friday nights back at the TV station, but a lot of me doesn't miss it because it was mass chaos.
Yeah.
So it would appear that Southern Wells is showing that they can't beat up on 1A teams anymore. They got to play people in their own weight class.
Yeah.
So it's going to come down to Woodland and the winner of this game, in my estimation, coming down to a regular season conference title in the end. If Heritage wants to make a statement, they're going to have to do it with the offense. And that has been the ongoing problem for this football team all year. The defense, after week one anyway, in New Haven, one of the toughest teams in the state. I wouldn't say that they should be pleased that they gave up 42 against New Haven, but that's a tough football team up north, and they've turned it on since. It's just the offense comes in averaging 7 points a game. Again, the other games in the conference tonight are Bluffton. They are at Jay County. And Woodland is at Southern Wells. South Adams has the week off from ACAC play, but they play Westdell. That game scheduled for tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Well, recapping some of the first, I think Adams Central should be a little bit disappointed. They could be up 28 to nothing. They were down in the red zone a couple times where they failed to score, and Heritage should be happy that they're only down 14 to nothing.
I think I would have a tendency to agree with that assessment. It very easily could have been at least 21, possibly 28.
Plus the extra, the missed field goal. So Heritage makes some adjustments offensively, maybe, and try some different things, and they might get back in it. Adams Central adjustments need to be that they can continue to play what they're playing, and hopefully that they keep the offense down, and our Heritage keeps struggling.
There's a score that I was actually looking for. It's the Leo at East Noble on the fast track in Kendallville, and surprisingly, in my estimation, Leo 21, East Noble nothing.
Wow.
I didn't expect them to pitch a shutout.
Yeah.
So Leo trying to flex its muscles in the new Northeast 8. And one of the premier games in the area. That's the only update that has come in over the last 15 minutes or so. As halftime winds down here from Jet Field in Monroe. These two squads completing their halftime stretches. Clock winding down, and we'll get ready for second half action here on the Voice Sports Network. A pleasure that you've tuned in here tonight on your internet connection. We know you have a choice, at least in Adams County, and we do appreciate you if you are joining us from Adams County. And, of course, up in Allen County, the only game in town here tonight. Don't see any other Fort Wayne media here tonight. Outside, of course, Mr. Horman.
Yeah.
We get ready for third quarter action.
If you guessed how much candy were in those dishes, we've got the results right now.
Hopefully we have a quick moving second half.
Sean Hogan.
Yeah, first half it was about an hour.
It zoomed by, and I'm taking a look at the radar.
Hayden Schaefer, congratulations.
Yeah, that's moving northeast, so we should be okay. In between North Manchester and Winnemac, there is a thunderstorm firing with lightning, but that is moving away from us. And I don't see any new development that would cause a problem.
Anytime.
Here's the kickoff. Swansea 3 is the returner. And it's Hunter Bates. Hunter with good return. Out to about the 39-yard line. First and 10.
Run down by Trevante Bright. And
Bright finally trips him up. Nice field position here for Adams Central to start the second half.
Have we got our gaggle tackles?
That's kind of the one thing I miss.
number 38.
I think I used that at Norwell last week.
Kashawn Bass.
Talk about a program that's taking it on the chin this
Yeah.
fall. Norwell is really, really struggling. And they were playing New Haven tonight, and I'd imagine they're getting taken to the woodshed there. Hammond under center. Hunter Bates.
Bates on the carry.
To about the 44. Gain of about 6.
Brought down by Destin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson in on the
5,
stop.
Second and 5.
Had a long talk with Coach Jeff Miller of Norwell following their 32-0 loss at the hands of Belmont last week, and he is trying like the Dickens to try to find the right offensive combination, much like we're seeing here for Heritage. Difference is their defense is porous. .23, Hunter Bates. He's going to be short of the first down by a yard or so.
Brought Brought down by
Yeah,
Beard.
part of me is upset that I'm not doing Norwell anymore. It's only 3 miles from my house, but at the same time,
And Foster.
a little bit better quality football here tonight. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 47-yard line. Hammond has him at the line of scrimmage. Man goes in motion to his right. Hunter Bates across midfield, first down yardage.
First down, Adams Central.
He'll go into Patriot territory as the ball spotted
Tackled by Evan Kanapke.
at about the 47.5-yard line. Evan Kanapke on the stop. First and 10. Hammond under center. This time it's Bauman.
Bauman on the carry for a nice gain.
Right up the left side
Stopped by Jeshua.
to the 41, gain of 6.
Second down and 4.
Adams Central starting to move the ball down the field in their first possession of this second half. That's what makes this AC team a tough out, since they like to run the football. They wind the clock, and you have to have quick strike ability.
Right.
And that's not what Heritage is wanting to see here.
Bates on the carry.
Hunter Bates going to be short by about a yard.
Shot by Joe Dominguez.
Dominguez in on the stop.
Going to be third down and 1 yard.
Third down, we'll say 1. 9-10 and counting here on the Subway scoreboard. I actually have that wrong. It might even be the USF scoreboard. Either way, longtime sponsors on The Voice, both those fine institutions. Enjoyed me some Subway for lunch today. Flag on the play. The quarterback
Bates on the carry. There is a
and
flag
Bates
on the play.
tripped over each other. Looks like it's going to be a hold. If I saw the referee signal correctly, they're talking to the Heritage side. Still waiting for an official signal, which has yet to come. Must be a very complicated discussion we're having. Adams Central moving back. That's got to be a hold, the way they're moving back. Yep, holding
We have a holding call against Adams Central.
on the
It'll be
Jets.
third down.
Ten-yard penalty from the
Ball
spot.
is placed on the
Owed to foul.
48-yard line. Third down, 10.
So it'll be 3rd and 10. Hammond under center. Or single receivers on either side. Hunter Bates. Actually, it's Bailey Hurst, pardon me.
First on the carry.
Over the right side, good for first down yardage. So Adams Central able to convert the 3rd and long.
First down, Adams Central.
That kind of breaks the spirit of your defense a little bit there. That'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 36. Chase Stahl to the far side. Everybody else in tight. Hammond under center. Hunter Bates, left side. Big hole
Bates on
into the
carry.
secondary. Several linemen for Heritage
Brought down by James Marua.
blown straight back. They're getting manhandled up front at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot of white shirts, red shirts, and where the white shirt should be.
Yep. Getting out physical, 1st and 10. Not the start you want here to start the third quarter.
Nope.
Here's a run over the right side to Bailey Hurst.
Hurst on the run.
Adams Central defender lost his helmet.
Jake Myers.
And that's Myers. By a rule, he'll have to come out. Boy, there were a lot of concussions in week 1 in the NFL.
2nd and 4.
And the Colts played like they were concussed.
Yeah.
Foul line right on the 20.
They're on Monday night.
They are on Monday night against the Jets of New York.
But it's at Indy.
Hunter Bates, the ball carrier.
Bates on the carry.
Unfortunately, CBS has assigned
Kanapke.
Tennessee at Cleveland
Dominguez
on Wayne.
on the stop.
I've got no desire to watch that football game. Got quite a few emails on that game selection. Trust me, folks, Wayne didn't ask for that game. CBS makes that determination. And we're only allowed to ask for game switches once in a while, so we elected to save the request for later in the year. Hunter Bates.
Bates ball carrier.
There is a pattern developing here. Hunter Bates, Hunter Bates, Hunter Bates.
First down. First down, Adams Central.
Hunter Bates to the right, Hunter Bates to the left. First down. And looking over at the scoreboard, they've already chopped off about half of this third quarter, rather. As we're at 6:35 and counting. Should be counting. Scoreboard operator is busy flirting. That's all right. Oh! Let's see who made that hit. 40. Dominguez decleated the running back.
On the carry.
Wow. By far the biggest hit of the night for either team tonight. Loss of a yard. 2nd and down and 11. Wow. One receiver split to the far side. Everybody else in tight. Hammond under center. Hunter Bates on the toss sweep left side, trying to get to the corner. Dives for the end zone. He's going to be chopped short, but
Bates on the carry.
He'll get first down yardage. I stand by what I said with this AC team all night. They're deceptively quick.
First down, Adams Central.
First and goal at the 1.
Zach White on the stop.
White with the touchdown saving
Ball
tackle.
placed on the 1 yard line.
Well, I don't know if Adams Central scores here. I don't think.
It's going to be a big, long hole.
Yep.
They got it. Especially unless they have a quick score, quick
Touchdown.
strike.
Touchdown, Adams Central. Bates on the carry.
Well, Bates makes it 20-0. And that drive took up more than 1/2 of a quarter.
Yep.
That, my friends, is vintage playbook ACAC football right there. If you're a longtime fan of ACAC football and you're watching this game, you got to respect what Adams Central just did there. Snap, spot, kick.
And
is
the
good.
extra point is good. Douglas.
5:35 left, quarter 3.
With 5:29 remaining in the third.
21-0, Adams Central. We'll be back after this on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics.
We're back here on The Voice. I'll tell you that Southern Wells is getting killed. Woodlands beat them 42-6, I believe.
Yeah.
We're sharing that with the Adams Central faithful, who are obviously curious.
On the 42-yard line.
That's one way to put it. 5:25 left here in the third. Going to have to get them untracked, Patriot Nation. That's one way to do it. Reverse right side. Not going to go anywhere, though.
Blake Reimer, the ball carrier. Brought down by
I like what they tried to do there. It was just the offensive line didn't do anything.
We've got a score from the third quarter. Jay County 22, Bluffton 20.
The audible groan on the Bluffton Jay County score. They're probably surprised that Jay County isn't even close. That's because, well, I'm not going to rail on Bluffton. I do that every week. Knapke rolls to his left. Will tuck and run. Was he downfield? Did he? Pass is incomplete. I thought he was past the line of scrimmage myself.
Pass is incomplete as it was caught out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete. Unfortunately, well, fortunately / unfortunately, on this software we do have instant replay capability. However, I don't know how to do it.
It will be third down and 13 yards for Heritage.
Long discussion between the referees. There's not going to be a flag at this point, obviously, but they'll bring up third down. Yeah, they did throw the flag after all of that.
There was a flag.
Illegal forward pass. So after all of that,
Illegal forward pass, the call.
so it's third down and a half mile. Clock will run, which confuses the Heritage line. Out of sync might not cover it. They just look bamboozled at this point. Fade into the flat, wide open is White. Down to about, or up to rather, the 44.
Knapke to Zach White. Stahl and Hurst on the stop.
Bring up fourth and long, and they'll punt, I would
Third
imagine.
Down and about 8 yards for Heritage.
So it'll be fourth down and 7. The Pats will punt here.
Ballman to receive.
Bauman back for the Jets. He won't have a return on it as it goes flying out of bounds.
Ball bounces out of bounds on the
Work to be done here. 21-0 is your score.
24-yard line. It'll be first and 10, Adams Central.
Here's a funny tweet by the one of the sports writers for the News Sentinel. Wonder how long the Northeast State disbands to get rid of Leo. That was funny. That is funny stuff. Belmont 27, Huntington North 13th. Having a good year up in Belmont land this year. Back to pass is Hammond. Has time. Now we'll tuck and run. Gain a few on the play.
Hammond on the keeper.
And I think that's one thing Kanapke's going to have to learn for Heritage. Instead of just lugging it up there, if there's nothing out there, there's nothing wrong with tucking and get a yard or two rather than chuck it and hope.
Right.
But, you know, the freshmen will learn that over time.
I think Hammond started down here as a freshman.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, this is his third year.
I'm trying to remember if I had any Adams Central games last year. I don't think I did.
Yeah, he was a freshman 2 years ago. He's a junior now.
Trying to get to the outside is Bailey Hurst. Rode out of bounds after a short gain. We'll say 3rd and 8. Just to be consistent with the scoreboard, we'll say it's 3rd and 7. .245 left here, quarter number 3. Run over the right side for the Jets. It's Hunter Bates again. Going to be short of the first down by about 2.
Brought down by number 75, Destin Johnson.
And I did not see if they were brought in the punt team. Yes, they did.
Skylar Douglas to punt.
Douglas will punt. McNeil back deep. Snap back is at the letters. Punt right side. McNeil pulled it out of the turf at the 35, right in front of Kent Horman.
Ball handled by number 12, Jonathan McNeil.
You can see Kent clearly on the video feed as the best dressed man in the tri-state area tonight.
Ball spotted just north of the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 for Heritage. I'm going to say it right now, if they have any chance of getting back in this one, they're going to have to score this possession.
1st and 10, Heritage.
West Noble and Fairfield postponed due to weather. That tells you how close the weather is.
Yeah.
Kanapke looked like he was juggling the ball. Look out! Picked off. That might be a pick. It would have been a pick 6 had there not been an offensive lineman right there. Flag comes in late. Now, I hate to see this. Heritage losing their cool, and I believe you're going to see an unsportsmanlike. And unfortunately, usually what happens is the referees will see the retaliation, not the initial blow. You got to keep your cool in that situation. So we'll see what the official penalty is. Oh, it's on Adam. It's going to be offsetting. Both squads. Usually, like I said, they normally nail the second party, but this time they both got nailed. So they'll offset. Homestead leads in Southside 38-6.
It is a dead ball foul. The ball will be spotted on the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down, Adams Central.
So Adams Central has it 1st and 10 at the 30. Yeah, the northwestern part of our area is under the gun weather-wise. Hammond under center. Hunter Bates, right side, right off the guard.
Middle for a nice gain. Second down at about 2 yards.
Yeah, I'm guessing the game's from Fort Wayne to the north. Better get it in gear. Fortunately, down here, it looks like we're crystal clear for the remainder of the evening. Second down and 3. Folks, the reason I keep a close eye on the radar is because my cameraman is on top of this fine facility, and I don't want him to get fried. Hunter Bates will cut back over the right side to his left. Good for first down yardage. Something I don't like about football season is we are, in a lot of the facilities, outdoors. Obviously, the camera is outdoors. And you'd laugh if you saw the camera, how it's set up. But in a lot of the facilities the voice goes to, the play-by-play guy is even stationed outside. And there's a lot of equipment that we rather not get fried. First and 10, 53 seconds left, quarter 3. Hunter Bates, no. Going back the other way. We got a flag in the backfield. It's going to be a hold. Can't do that right in front of the referee.
We've got a flag on the play.
Bear hugged him down.
And that'll be from the spot of the foul. So
yeah, I'm going to move him back quite a bit. So up until this point, it's been a fairly well-played game. These two squads start to tire a little bit.
Yeah, Adam Central's really dominated the whole game, I think, though. Really.
Yeah. I mean, we got to call a spade a spade. It is what it is.
Yeah.
There are some broadcasters in the area that would sugarcoat it. I don't. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. Whoever wins, I go home. I don't care. One way or the other, it's been all Adam Central. They're ninth in the state for a reason, folks.
Bates, the ball carrier.
Hunter Bates over the right side for good yardage.
Joe Dominguez.
Yeah, everybody made a comment about Heritage having 20-some seniors, but if you don't have the experience in that senior group, it's not going to do any good. I don't care. Adam Central looks like they're really more polished.
I would have a tendency to agree with you, kind sir, as we reach the end of the third quarter. With the score, Adam Central 21, Heritage nothing. Back with fourth quarter action after this on the Voice Sports Network.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
We go to the fourth quarter. 21-0 is your score. It is all AC. Homecoming for the Jets here tonight. The King and Queen were crowned before the game started, which is a welcome change. Normally on homecoming nights, that homecoming court is introduced in a long halftime.
They're to have their homecoming next week.
Get you turned up a little bit more there. Third and long, or second and long, rather.
Bates on the carry.
Hunter Bates, the ball carrier.
And it's surprising a lot of times when you have a homecoming week, it's distraction, but it seems like Adam Central's really got focus. I know they always say, it was a bad week, and he had homecoming, with all the distraction going on, and team couldn't concentrate in practice, but it seemed like it's bothered the Adams Central.
We always had a large distraction in Bluffton with Street Fair, and every year the coaches would throw us out on practice on Tuesday and say, get it out of your system. Go do it tonight. 3rd and long. Ballman over the left side, rather. Bring up 4th and long.
Ballman on the carry.
There are distractions at that age for everybody, every week.
Right.
There are days, my friend, I wish we could go back and have those distractions again.
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, when Monday morning at 9 a.m. comes, it's like, oh boy.
Down and 10 yards for the Jets.
4th and long. 4th and 10, to be precise. Hammond will go for it here. Play action, fires left side of the end zone over the head of his intended receiver. Turnover on downs.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, flag.
Is there a flag?
Intended for Chase Saul.
There is a hanky in the backfield.
We do have a flag on the field.
I got off early tonight. My boss is down in Tennessee racing a car down there, and they had to leave yesterday already, and so he wasn't around. And so as soon as shipping got in, UPS got in, I took off. So I was off early today. Usually I don't get off till about 5 o'clock.
That's when I got off. I left right at 5, headed down here. Went up and down that letter 20 times getting that camera ready. Penalty is declined. 1st and 10
Heritage.
For Heritage. I needed the workout, though. Because it's a wee bit of a haul from, I don't know where you live up there, but
I'm in New Haven right now.
So you had a longer haul than I did from the west side of Fort Wayne.
Yard line.
Yeah, I'm up on Hartselle and Moeller, up that area. That's where I came from.
You might even have had a quicker trip than I did. West State was its normal busy self.
Yeah.
Took forever to get through. Oh, ball pops loose into the backfield, or the secondary. AC says they have it. That ball came flying out. Yeah, it took right at 55 minutes for me. Looks like Heritage recovered. He did.
By Heritage.
Bring up second short.
Yeah, I didn't leave till after 5. My daughter was working, and she didn't get to my apartment until about 5:15, and then we stopped late, so but still got here in pretty good time.
Well, I'm glad you could do this, because sometimes Scott and Dale assume that my wife can do it. And unfortunately, my son has soccer practice at Norwell up until 6, and that would have been way too close getting over here. So,
yeah, he texted me when I was on the way home from work. So,
yeah, he sent me a text right after that saying that it was going to be you. And like, sweet. Finding camera people is always a pain in the rear.
Yeah.
Always.
Justin Hart, the ball carrier.
Not so much in basketball, but in football.
Bailey Hurst on the stop. Brings up second.
I'm fortunate. My guy, he does, like I said, he does the home games only, but he's usually there every home game and comes and is ready to go. And he hasn't had to do any this year yet, but maybe sectional or something he might.
2nd and 5 for the Patriots. 9:23 left in this one. Hart, the ball carrier.
Again, the ball carrier. Number 22, Justin Hart.
Getting a full dose of Justin Hart.
Yep.
Starting to gain a little bit of traction, but too little, too late. They bring up 3rd down and 2. Hard again, I believe. Near first down yardage. And he will get the first down. based upon the spot.
First down.
Belmont now up 34-13. Central Noble and Fremont has gone to a lightning delay. Snyder and Carroll have gone into a lightning delay. Columbia City in a lightning delay, so we're fortunate, folks, that we're going to be able to squeeze this one in. Heartbreak's free. Fumbled! I think Adams Central got it. Going for that last bit, he fumbled. Did he get it back? They're going to say he got it back. Wow. Kudos to Hart for getting the extra yardage, but he put the ball on the turf.
Second down.
He must have said to put the game on my shoulders, and
yeah, all kinds of lightning firing up to the north. As we predicted. Stay up there. North of Fort Wayne, preferably. Pick six. Bye-bye. Don't celebrate till you're in the end zone, son. There you go. Hammond with the pick six. Well, the wheels have completely fallen off.
He looks like a freshman tonight.
Andrew Hammond on the pick six.
Well, it is what it is.
Probably come down to that last week now.
I'm guessing so. I don't know if there's anybody in the conference outside of Adams Central that can keep up with Woodland.
Is that game here or is that at Woodland?
I believe it was at Woodland. I'd have to look.
Okay.
The extra point is up and good. I'll look during this commercial break. Your score, 28-0. We'll be right back.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
McNeil on the return. Has a seam. Chopped down at the 34. The answer to that question, Kevin, the game between Woodland and Adams Central will be played here. The remaining schedule in Woodland's, looking ahead for Woodland, they play Jay County at Woodland. They go off conference to play Lima Central Catholic on the 3rd. They host South Adams on the 9th and travel here on the 16th. So
sounds like the showdown night.
Yeah, it does. I don't see Jay County coming anywhere near him, nor do I see South Adams coming anywhere near him.
First and 10, Heritage ball placed on the 34-yard line.
It's going to be probably a big full house that night now.
I would think. And I won't say that I was originally scheduled to do that game. Somehow I'm sure Scott will find a way that I won't do it. 21 the ball carrier for, and that's
ball carrier Hunter Ratmuller.
Ratmuller, a freshman, getting some playing time.
Aaron Carr.
Carr in on the stop. They'll bring up second and long.
Second down at about 7 for the Patriots.
Get a report in from Aussie, and not a game score, but my 11-year-old sitting on the porch sent me a text that he's seeing all sorts of lightning to the north. So thankfully, well, you got to drive into it, but Thankfully, nothing like that here. We're going to get out of here with this one getting in.
Yep.
Backups in now for Heritage. 38, I believe, was the ball carrier.
The ball runner.
They say Bass, who I don't have on my roster here. Brings up third. Down, and we'll say 5.
Well, Boston is quarterbacking now.
And he is a 6 foot, 142 pound. Looks like he's a sophomore.
Brought down by Trevor Street.
Bring up 4th down, and I would assume once AC gets the football, we'll start seeing some of their reserve players as well.
Down, about 4 yards.
Just heard that New Haven is pounding Norwell 32-0 in a score that shocks nobody. That game might go into a lightning delay as well. Punt down at about the 36.
That's another question I don't like to know why they switched. McNeil had been doing the punting for Heritage. I don't know why they.
Ball down on the 31-yard
went
line.
to Knappe, I don't know.
Central.
I think Dean's probably trying to find all kinds of combination at this stage.
Woodland 48, Southern Wells 13. DeKalb and Columbia City, the remainder of that game has been moved to tomorrow.
Parker Bates, the new quarterback for the Jets.
And there's a Norwell score, getting beat 32-0. So the backups are also in now for Adams Central. Running the football is 20, Hammond.
Ball carried by Jalen Hammond.
Jalen Hammond is a freshman, a 5'7", 135-pound running back. Hopefully he fills out over the next year or so. Nothing like getting your freshmen some playing time at the varsity level. He looks tiny out there. Second down. Fumble on the play. Heritage falls on it.
There's a fumble on the play, recovered by Heritage.
Well, you're bound to see a lot of that when the backups come in.
Ball recovered by Jared Gerardo.
Gerardo on the recovery. And the Pats will take over 1st and 10. 4:50 left before this one becomes official. As the crowds, at least right below me, starts to file their way out. Bosler under center. Drops to pass. And he threw it right to the Adams Central defender, who is going up the right sideline for the touchdown. That, my friends, sums it up. The receiver wasn't even looking. When it rains, it pours. I know that's a poor analogy to use given the weather, but hey. Zwinger 42, Northrop 14.
I need to go down and talk to Chase Stahl. He went over to, I lived in Hogan at one time, and I had him for basketball when he was in grade school and on our HBA program. I'll have to kid him about that one.
Yeah, that was a interesting. Drove through the upright and good. We'll just stay here. There's no reason to take a commercial break at this point in time, as it's now 35-0. Yet another Dean Jackson special. For those not familiar with the Dean Jackson Special, it's a 20-point or more spread, which I have had in 3 of my 5 games this year. I'm not surprised that Heritage is having trouble scoring. I am surprised on how many points Adams Central has put on the scoreboard. Work to be done next week in Monroeville, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what this Holgate team brings to the table. I don't know. You know, in Ohio, it's football, so it's...
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I do not know if that game will be on The Voice or not. It's a home game, why not?
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't call the shots. End over ender, fielded by McNeil. He gets out to about the 28 or 29. And Heritage will take over. 1st and 10.
Ball returned by Hunter Bratmuller.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we're down here rather than in Heritage. And we have to sit through a lightning delay.
Yeah.
Like we did 2 weeks ago against Woodland. That was a fun night. Handoff over the right side for some nice yardage to 21. Bratmuller.
Hunter Bratmuller, the ball carrier.
Nice 6-yard pickup. 4 minutes in counting left in this one. I suppose that means I'm going to have an 11-year-old sitting outside watching the storm when I get home. Just like you did this morning. Man, we got plowed in Ossian this morning.
Yeah.
Interception again. This one is not on the quarterback. As it was tipped. Macklin all the way down to the 6-yard line. Wow. Wow is all you can say.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, you have nights like this.
Start to bust up.
Yeah.
Well, I can say put a fork in it.
I've been on the receiving end of a game that was 62-0 my junior year, so I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you carry on. Central has it at the Heritage 6 rather. 1st and goal.
Logan Macklin, the ball carrier.
Macklin is the ball carrier.
Stop short of the goal line. Brought down.
Hunter Bates is not going to see another snap. Mr. P. Or no, just shut up, Jeff. You've been treated well here tonight. Got good field position, a beautiful set. In for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Adams Central. Macklin, Logan.
Wheels have completely fallen off.
Yeah.
And that means a ultra short post-game show, which isn't going to gain us much because the camera is plugged in down here, is sharing a plug with our friends from the Burn Tri-Weekly. So we can't unplug the camera. We can unplug the camera, we just can't unplug the power cord. Anyway. Pending the extra point, it's a 41-0 AC lead. Miffed extra point transaction. Hammond will roll to his right. It wouldn't surprise me in the bit if they caught it in the end zone. They don't.
Incomplete pass.
So we'll stay at 41-0 with 3:09 left here in this one.
extra point attempt, no good. Score remains 41. AC.
I don't know how hard it would be for Heritage to get game film of that. Is that Holgate? Holgate.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the only rub that I've got with the ACAC is they got to pick up that one open week.
Yeah.
But again, we talked about this when we were doing the Woodland game. Who are you going to put in that open slot?
Right.
And I've complained and moaned for years that Belmont and Norwell need to come over to the ACAC.
Norwell used to be in it a long time ago.
Yes, sir. Back in the day.
Yeah.
McNeil bobbles the kick. Is able to get it at the 10. Crosses to the left. Flag comes flying in. 2 flags are in on the field now. So McNeil's going to race all the way, but guess what? Coming back. He won't go all the way. He'll get down to about the 15, but he was assisted by multiple holds. 4 blocking the backs. Take your pick. Mr. Referee taking his time with the signals. Yeah, I would imagine it would be a tough game to prepare for. Not a quote-unquote normal opponent.
Right. At this stage, I wouldn't worry about the opponent.
Yeah, no kidding. You got to focus on yourself.
On yourself and just get better.
And this Adams Central team hosts South Adams. In a game I think that Adams Central will probably win rather easily. Also next week, Southern Wells faces Belmont, so it's kind of a county rivalry week in ACAC play. The only team stepping out of conference, obviously, is Heritage. Jay County goes to Woodland.
Put the ball on the ground and let it run.
Amen, brother. Where will I be next week? Who knows? Who knows?
The ball will be placed
wherever it is, we'll have fun. Heritage with the football. Up the left side in a nice size hole. Going up the left side, still on his feet, 21. Cross midfield into Adams Central territory. Hunter Bratmuller, no flags down, so a nice gain for Hunter. Bring up first down.
Logan Macklin on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10, Heritage.
2:40 left in this one.
You might have got the whole offense.
Ball placed on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I think you're probably not that far off. Bosler under center. Well, he got popped, but hanging on to the ball nicely is Bratmuller.
21, the ball carrier, Hunter Bratmuller.
Gain of about, we'll say 5.
Sam Freuger on the stop.
Freuger on the stop.
2nd down. A reminder to you students going to the homecoming dance that you will need to enter on the main north door.
Oh, the memories of a homecoming dance.
Dancers.
They're going to party in Monroe tonight.
Yeah.
Bratmuller goes off tackle left side, gain of about 3.
Ball spotted on the 40. 3rd down and 1.
Well, if that game's not on the schedule next week, Kevin, you ought to give
Trevor Free on the stop.
Ought to bake old Scott. Say, hey, come on, man. Throw me a bone.
Yeah, I'll talk to him on Monday. I'll text him or something.
Usually the schedule comes out either right in the middle, right first thing in the morning or late in the day. So we'll know relatively early Monday, I would think. first down yardage for Brad Mueller.
For a Heritage first down.
It's usually how it works anyway. First and 10 as we go under a minute. Well, you're a call of a shutout at Southern Wells. Southern Wells put points on the board. They're only trailing 55-13.
Oh, shoot. What's wrong with Woodland?
Some of the games are now being officially postponed. Oh, I lied. It's now 61-13 Woodland.
We ask that as you leave tonight's game that if you would be very helpful to our custodial.
A lot of the games up north are flat out just being said, we're done.
Been through them.
Sometimes you get some coaches and athletic directors that'll put up a fight. One of the scores was only 13-7. So that's, within fight. I was at a Belmont game a year or two ago that they put up a huge fight about a lightning delay, and they fought it. They were down like 41-0, something stupid like that, before they finally, an hour and a half later, said okay.
Yeah.
Craziness sometimes with football coaches. You know how football coaches can be.
Yeah.
Brock Mueller over the right side. Heritage calls timeout.
Why?
Yeah. I do not like when that happens.
12 yards for Heritage.
It serves zero purpose.
Like we got a 41-point play in our book.
I just don't. Whatever.
It's like in basketball when you're up a bunch of points in the last couple seconds, you call a timeout.
Yeah.
Substitution team.
Yeah. Totally agree with you there. Leo and East Noble have been postponed. They will finish that one tomorrow.
I wonder if that's hard on the kids having to get back up again and get loosened up again. And
had that a couple of years ago here. And both teams, when they came back Saturday afternoon, were flat as pancakes. It was like watching paint dry. It was so boring.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's kind of hard to get retracked. Are we going to see another? Should have been picked off. Brad Mueller was hit as he threw.
By Hunter, Brad Mueller.
Why is he throwing the ball?
That's a darn good question.
Receiver,
as Homer Simpson would say, hurry up and lose so we can get out of here already.
Anthony Mosier.
Yeah.
Kudos to the Heritage fans, though. Not a whole lot of them have left. They're going to stick this one through. Mad props to them.
Yeah, that is a shocker usually, but
4th and 12. Bosler. Throws an incomplete, and AC will take over on downs. I would assume they would take one knee and end the misery here.
First down, Adam Central.
Coaches wanted that ball in quick. Text the score over to Mr. Mentzner. Final. Even though it's not final, we'll say it's final. One knee and that'll do it. Couple minute timeout. We'll be back to wrap this bad boy up and look forward to next week here on the Voice Sports Network.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can happen and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best.
Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop in the office on Pony Express Run inside the Mercantile Office Park directly across from Higher Grounds Coffee House and see Ray Gage or Arnie Myers. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of East Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
The Big Philly Cheesesteak. Every meat lover's dream. With lots of steak smothered in melted cheese, it's easy to see why this classic is the taste that Philly is so proud of. Subway melts loaded up with your favorite fresh fixins and lots of ooey-gooey melty cheese. They're the ultimate in flavor. For a limited time only, try the chicken cordon bleu or the chicken marinara melt. It's melted goodness made irresistible. Subway of Bluffton. Eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you on North Main and inside Walmart.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
41-0 is our final score here. All Adams Central really from start to finish. Adams Central showing, Kevin, why they are ranked 10th in the state of Indiana and why they are one of the co-favorites for this conference title. Really not a whole heck of a lot more you can say than that in this one. Next week, Heritage at home against the Holgate. Couldn't even tell you their nickname because I'd never heard of them. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff at Heritage. And we said that Adams Central will travel. Actually, they'll be here at home against South Adams. All signs pointing towards a Week 9 showdown between these Adams Central Jets and the Woodland Warriors, who were easily handling Southern Wells here tonight. So, Kevin, the song remains the same here. Unfortunately, the defense took a step or 2 or 3 backwards tonight, while the offense still unable to get untracked.
The offense not being able to move the ball just kills the defense because they're just on the field too much.
You're on the field, exactly. That's a heck of a point, because that first drive in that third quarter, it was over a 7-minute time of possession for the Jets. And like you said, it just gasses your defense and they get tired. And in the end, that's what happens. So next week, again, Heritage back home against Holgate. Keep your eyes peeled to the Voice Sports Network to see if we'll carry that game or not. It's at home, so it's a possibility. If not, we'll be back with them then the following week. I will be somewhere here in Northeast Indiana. Kevin, up top, do me a favor. You can unplug everything except for that green power cord that goes into that splitter. That's not ours, but I'll be up in a second. But thanks to all of our sponsors. We'll see you next week here on the Voice Sports Network.
That segment of the Sounds of Worship was brought to you by Subway.